Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Okay, just the two of us.
It is.
Found out Aiden's got a virus.
Yeah, we thought he was playing up. We
Yeah.
blamed him, but he's actually very poor.
We thought he was blagging us, didn't he? Going, I don't feel too well. Then I'm looking for a few days off, but he's. I'm sure he'll be better for Saturday for the match.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, he was very poorly actually when I seen him before. So he's off for he's at home resting and trying to get better. So we wish him well.
We do. I'll make him some chicken soup.
Anyway, a bit of comedy. I love me stand-up comedies. You know what we both do, don't we?
Yeah.
Both love the stand-up comedy. Ralph Barbosa. I have seen him before. Funny guy.
I've heard of him, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I think I've seen him before. When I say I think I've seen him before, I definitely have seen him.
Yeah, I've heard the name. So
I think I watched his. I think he's got a Netflix special that I might have sort of like started watching and then something happened, turned it off, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I've definitely seen him before. But Texas versus California. I love stand up, like I say.
Yeah.
And we're going to just try and do quite a bit of stand up on the channel.
Yeah.
Because it is something we like. So Texas v California. Ralph Barbosa. Let's see.
What's up? Hi. This is Ty, man. I'm actually I'm visiting. This is the first time I really got to hang out in Cali, and I love it. The weed is amazing. You guys did to weed what white people did to hip hop. You gentrified it and you got rich off of it, and I love it. I'm really liking it. Weed is so like legit here. Like it's like officially legit. Like I bought it and the package even had a warning label on it. It says use with extreme caution. I was like, dude, I'm from a state where people still go to jail for weed. Trust me, I've been using with extreme caution. I came here to not use caution. It's cool, man. I'm really enjoying it. My buddy was telling me though, he's like, yeah, a lot of people still don't buy from dispensaries. They'd rather go to a dealer because dispensaries tax so much. So there's actually been an increase in drug dealers' profits, you know, which proves like the only thing us Americans hate more than drug dealers is paying taxes. At least we know where the dollar's going, right? Mexico. Nah. But it's cool, man. Texas has not legalized weed. We've been asking them to, and they just gave us more guns. We legalized open carry. We were like, we just want to carry weed. They're like, how about carry a bazooka? I was like, I don't want to. It's like, no license needed. We don't need a license. We just carry guns out in the open. But I like California style better. You guys were like, let's make it easier for people to smoke weed. And Texas was like, nah, let's make it easier for people to smoke other people. Actually, a while back, I had two friends go to prison for selling drugs. And don't worry, the story gets better. Not for them, they're in prison, but for me, I got material out of it. I like it. When drug dealers call you from prison, they always ask the same question. They're always like, who would have thought I'd go from driving the Benz to sleeping in a cell? Everybody. That's why we asked you to stop. They asked me not to talk about this stuff on stage, but the way I see it, for the next 5 to 7, I can say what I want. When they were dealing like small-time drugs like weed and stuff, we didn't really care. But when they started moving to heavier things, we sat down, one of our friends, and we had like a real serious talk. Like, hey man, don't go down this route, because nobody wants to see you get, locked up or killed. And then he started taking us out to eat to really nice restaurants. And we were all just like, heroin's not that bad. No, but they went that route, which was crazy. One of my buddies, I think the only one left, I guess, he stayed on the straight and narrow. He has a job at Target. And he loves his job at Target so much that sometimes I wish he would have just gotten involved with drugs instead. He doesn't like when I leave things laying around the store. Like he'll find a shirt and he'll bring it to me like if his friend died in it or something. He's like, hey man, did you do this? Like, yeah. He's like, no man, I don't think you get it. You see, people like you who leave stuff laying around the store are the reason that people like me have to spend hours restocking all these items. I said, hey man, I don't think you get it. I think people like me are the reason people like you have a job. You're welcome. You work for me now.
Funny that.
But I'm very close with my friends, especially because I was an only child. I was an only child for a while until I found out that I have half siblings, which that got me excited. Finding out you have half siblings out there is like finding out that they made sequels to your favorite movie. You know, when you first hear about these sequels, you want to see these never-before-seen sequels. But then you meet the sequels, and you're like, they should have just stopped after that last one. Honestly, the first one is the best. Like this.
I always think about that as well when you have if you had a sibling or a half sibling.
Yeah.
I always see it on TV shows that you watch. Like it's,
Yeah.
and it's like. And I always think, would I want to see anyone that was a half sibling of mine? I'd be like, no chance.
The ones that I've watched, even though they've never met and they're meeting for the first time, they seem to be very similar. Similar, like, upbringing, even though they've lived completely separately. It's just really strange. I watched one last week and it was two women, and they were both really professional, but it was actually a sperm donor. So they were born from a sperm donor, but they both
Gone in the same line.
Yeah.
But I just think, like he's saying, it's very weird. I just wouldn't want it to be. Have you seen him in something else, like in an acting film, acting role?
I've recognised him from somewhere, but I'm not sure
same.
where.
I've seen him stand up before, but then all of a sudden I think, has he been in something where he's been like an acting role?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google it and find out if he's been in an because his name's dead familiar as
Yeah,
well.
that's why I recognise him.
But I recognise him from stand up. I've definitely watched some of his stand up before.
Right.
But I just all of a sudden his face, he said something. I thought, I think I've seen him in like a movie or a TV show.
Maybe. I definitely recognise him. But I'm not sure where from.
Let's go back a little bit.
Yeah.
That bit though about
Sequels.
you like them all, sort of like you work for me.
But then you meet the sequels, and you're like, they should have just stopped after that last one. Honestly, the first one is the best. Like this. But I was an only child for a long time, which I feel made me into a social weirdo. Like I don't really like going out. My friends will force me to go out to like bars and parties. And on the way to a party, they always say the same thing. They always be like, you excited? Come on, get excited. Never once has it worked on me. Like, never once have I been like, all right, here I go. I don't like when they say that. Come on, get excited. That's like handing somebody a drink and being like, come on, drink it. Like, dude, the more you force this, the less I want to party with you. But I'll go to parties, but I'm trying so hard to, like, be social. But I think people know I'm forcing it. I feel like I'm an undercover cop at parties. Because I just walk around talking to myself. Be like, play it cool, Ralph. They think you're one of them. And then somebody will walk up and be like, hey, you know where the restroom's at? And I'll be like, I didn't want to be here. Walk to my car like, you blew it. I'm not very big on the whole social media thing either. People don't do strange things on there often, but sometimes they get a little too social, and I'm like, I'm out. Like I pull the plug on Instagram, and it'll be normal stuff. It'll just get a little too weird to me. Like this guy messaged me. He was like, hey man, I saw you posted a picture eating pizza, and I wanted to ask you, where'd you get that pizza at? And I didn't say anything right away, so he sent a follow-up message. He was like, hey man, I hope you're not planning on ignoring me. I was like, I wasn't, but
No, I am.
you sent the creepiest message ever. I'm deleting my Instagram. Sometimes people just get straight weird. Like one guy sent me a message on Instagram and I never opened it. So then he sent me the exact same message again on Facebook. That's like if you hit on a girl, she rejected you, and then you went home and changed your shirt and hit on her again. Now you're just weird in 2 different colors. I see a lot of girls post their Cash App on Instagram. Yeah, they won't even post naked. They'll just post their Cash App like, hey, in case anybody wants to send money. Which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's just this one girl that I didn't like. She posted a Cash App, and then under it said, don't be one of those lame guys who only sends like $4. I didn't even know her, but that made me so mad. I sent her a message. I was like, hey, I'm gonna need my $4 back.
What's Cash App? I've never
heard of it. No. I've seen, it's probably the equivalent. I've seen people who go in the pub over here and then they advertise what pub they're in and what table number they're at. So people who've got their app can send them beers over and drinks.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big thing over here.
I've never heard that.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's a big thing over here. Yeah. I don't know if it's still a big... It was a big thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's still a big thing.
Right.
But it's... yeah, I've seen that loads. But I guess it's the same at people... But where was we talking last week about someone who was saying that there's a girl who just sends... She puts like... That she wants when people donate money to her. I can't remember who was having a conversation with about it. It might have been Dave.
Yeah.
We were talking about it last week. So I didn't know it's a thing.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I knew it was a thing, but I don't know what you call it.
So to me, it sounds like it's like an OnlyFans, but without having to subscribe.
Do anything. Yeah, you're just asking for money.
Yeah.
You're saying donate money here to me, and people do.
Crazy, right?
It might have been someone I was talking to. I can't remember the conversation, but it was someone who just gets sent money. Kevin was telling me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mad.
One of my friends made $800 in one day through Instagram. Yeah, she doesn't post naked or anything. So I'm proud of her for making that money, but I don't know why I'm proud exactly. She says one guy sends her $400 anytime she has an hour to kill just to talk to him about his troubles. Which, good for her. That's most people have to spend 6-8 years in college to become licensed therapists. She skipped it. Her license is like a cute selfie and her cash tag under it. That's her therapy license. That's the equivalent of going straight to the NBA right out of high school. That's why, don't get me wrong, I definitely do believe men, women equals. I just don't think we're equal all the time. If I had to bet money on a dunking contest, well, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put my money on men. But if I had to bet money on a post your Cash App and see who sends you the most money contest, I've already given the women my last $4. Hey, I'm Ralph Barbosa. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, all right. I like this Don't Tell Comedy channel. Some of the comedians have never seen. I went through it before having a look. And we did Rafi Bastos on this one as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
On this channel.
He was funny.
And he's very, very funny, the Brazilian guy. But I quite like, he didn't swear once.
Yeah.
Don't know if you picked up on that.
No.
Didn't use any curse words at all there. But
I like that as well.
Same. But sometimes when I'm listening to people like Cat Williams, for example, he needs to swear to make me laugh even harder.
Yeah.
Because he's acting it out in his head.
I think his accent more than anything as well.
Cat Williams, yeah, it is. But his accent does it for me as well.
Yeah.
He's got that. Again, I'm assuming he's Mexican. By the way he was talking about Mexicans.
Yeah.
But the way he was talking and his accent, the way it came across, and he's the bits when he said you work for me now. I just found it very funny.
Yeah.
There was little bits in there when he said things that just were really, really good. Yeah. But I did like him. He was for me. He's I put them in the mid-table, milder.
I think he needs to work on his deliverance a little bit.
I'm not sure. I think he's got down his deliverance.
You do?
Yeah.
I think it's just a little bit too slow.
I know what you're saying, but I think that's his. To me, that comes across as his bit.
Right.
And I think you've got to be different when you're doing comedy. You can't be the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's when you look at when you look at Rafi Bastos, the way he does it as well, because he's got the accent as well, sort of thing, like a foreign accent.
Yeah.
He sort of plays on his nationality a little bit and what he says. And I think he's got the same there. He's just trying to be different. He's very pan.
Yeah.
But he's kind of he's young to be pan faced. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not
I quite liked him. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good style.
I liked him,
I'll have to see more of him. But I've definitely seen something of him before, and I think something in my mind. I've seen him in a show. People are going to say he's out of this or he's never done anything like that. But it just looks familiar.
Yeah.
For other than stand up.
Yeah, I know the name, but I don't know where he's from.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it though. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.